Hello everyone, welcome to the Milestone 3 of Team ModuleFuture. As a student from NUS, we are often daunted with planning our modules each semester. This is why our team is coming up with a module planner, which is our module planning experience. Let's jump right in. I will bring you through the sign up and signing process. If you happen to have an account before and forget its password, there's a forget password feature where you can go and reset your password, and it looks like this. For the sign up process, at the bottom of our page, there's a sign up footer which will lead us to the sign up process. Our sign up page checks whether a particular email is being registered before through the use of Firebase authentication. We are also required to enter a password and name. Some restrictions have been put in place for the password as well. There is a password meter to display your password strength. For a short demonstration, let's say I press continue, you will be required to fill in. And let me put a email that's been registered before, and Firebase will tell us that the email has been registered before. So now I'll just use a dummy account. And these are the checks where you have to check for special characters. Uppercase and lowercase are all there. Yep. In this page, we'll be required to enter in our course, our expected graduation semester, and our year of matriculation. From here, you can either scroll to find your course, or you can just use the search button. But in this case, I will just put for my course, computer science. And for the expected graduation semester for my year 4 sem 2, here you can find your year of matriculation. Please do read our term and condition as well. And press accept and continue. Once you have filled in all the data, press done to continue. Inside the planner, the number of semestral navigation will be based on the chosen expected graduation semester. Currently, since I've chosen year 4 sem 2 in my demo, I will only have 8 semestral navigation. For example, let me scroll. It will be up to year 1 sem 1 to year 4 sem 2. Let me click on year 1 sem 1. Currently, we will be greeted by this blank overall plan. If you will try to press enter, we'll be greeted with an alert message saying that to select or create a plan. Since we haven't created another plan yet, we will click the plus button. Here we will put a name of plan A. Let's say if we try to submit an empty plan, there will be a notification notifying us that our plan is empty and we will be required to fill it up. See, if I click the done button, this is the notice. So let me click the plus button to add modules. At the top right hand corner, there's a filter function. Let me click on it. We can filter it by level, code, MCs, and many others. For example, let me click the sem 1 and sem 2. Notice that the number of modules available will be dropped and is updated in real time. So let me just pick a few. For example, I'll use the search function here. Notice when I want to add a module, we can see that the module slides off to the left, indicating it being selected. The MC count on the bottom left serves as a useful indicator as well. You can also view the information of this module and the requirements of this module. For example, let me click into the information section. They'll tell you about the module details, its semester that is being offered in, and the SU availability, MCs, and the workload. For the prerequisites and preclusion, it can be found in the requirements tab. So let me add this module in. Let me just add in one more module. And this page is our confirmation page. If you realize that you have added in a wrong module, you can simply delete it. Even if the case that you still didn't realize you added the wrong module, do not worry. Once you click the confirm button, you'll be brought into this page. Let's say I added AA1201 accidentally. Simply click the ellipsis on the top right, and there's a delete function for you. And click it and it will be deleted. In this page, we'll be required to fill in our target grades, final grades, or you can just don't fill in it until you are ready to fill it in. If you are planning for a future semester, there isn't a need for you to fill in your final grades. However, if you are just inputting in a semester that you have taken before, it will be great to fill in your final grades. There are checks for the validity of the input grades. For example, let me just put a Z. It will tell us that it is invalid. Let's say if I choose a 0 instead. Yep. So if I put an A, we can. That put a B and put a C+. Okay. After we have inputted our final grades, we can press the done button, and if we add in less than the required number of MCs per semester, here is 444, so it's 12 in total. There'll be a warning message to tell you that you need 18 MCs per semester. However, if you are sure, press continue to advance. In this page, this is where you can view all your plans, all your modules in this plan. The top right hand edit button is for you to edit the current plan at any point in time. So let's say, for example, I'll click it. You can choose to edit your target grade, your final grade, or add in new modules to the current plan. However, note that once you enter in the final grade before, you're not allowed to delete the final grade. You are only allowed to edit the final grade. So let me press done. So that for example's sake, let me show you this. Note that the target grade will be changed to B- instead. Also, the top left hand corner allows quick navigation to other tabs. It also provides a smart suggestion where it recommends you to plan or navigate to other recent or future semester. For example, since I was in year 1 sem 1, it will suggest to me to go to year 1 sem 2, year 2 sem 1, and year 2 sem 2. And these are the pages where you can view other plans or view your overall progression. In this place, you can see the My Plans, and there's an icon beside it. Clicking it, it will tell us that you are trying to favorite this plan. So when I click it, here, you can see that it's being colored right now. It's being filled up. So in order to view our favorite plan, simply click on this and we go to the home page. Notice that on top left, there's a similar icon here. Click it and we'll be brought back to this favorite plan here. Also, once I go back to the year 1 sem 1 where we created our plan here, we can see that the name of the plan is plan cap and plan overall cap. This is because we have not inputted in our final grade. So let's say if I input in our final grades instead, we can see it being reflected here as well. Once we go back here to here, we can see that we have changed the name to the semestral cap and the overall cap. Also, as you can notice, there's a timestamp at the bottom to inform you about which is the more recent plans and which are the older plans. Then let's say we want to create another plan in this semester. If I were to put plan A, there will be a check to tell you that this plan has already exists. Or if you try to put in an empty plan, they'll ask you to enter a plan name. And also, let's say I'll just create a dummy plan for example. Let's say you want to delete it, there will be a confirmation to tell you that you have deleted this plan successfully. Our planner also offers a range of advanced features. Let me bring you through a rough example. I have created two plans, plan A and plan C. So let's proceed with the current plan being plan A instead. And let's go back. Let's say we go to year 1 sem 2 and create a plan. We call it plan A sem 2. Let's say, for example, I'll input in the grades very quickly. When we go and see year 1 sem 2, we can see that the plan overall cap is 5. This is because it calculates the cap based on the selected plan in year 1 sem 1, which is actually plan A. So take, for example, I will select plan C instead, and let me go to year 1 sem 2. We can see that the plan overall cap has dropped. Also, let's say if I were to input in the final grades for plan C, when we go to the year 1 sem 1, even if we were to click plan A instead, it will not affect the data calculated because we will only calculate it based on the final grades inputted and not whatever you have selected after you have inputted in the final grades. This feature allows you to plan your cap goal in advance. However, note that you should not use this feature with final grades inputted, as final grade inputted multiple times will override the older data, meaning to say that if year 1 sem 1 has final grade inputted, it would be great to edit there rather than to create another plan with final grades. Do not worry about not understanding everything fully yet. There's a tutorial page in our profile tab. We will teach you how to use the app and all its features. Here at the home page, at the top right, there is a bar graph icon. Click it and we will navigate you to the progress page. Here, there will be a cap graph which helps you to track your current cap as well as past cap. Clicking each data point will reflect its current and semestral cap, as well as other relevant info, and it will also show you whether your overall cap has improved or deproved, as well for the semestral cap. There are two circular progression which helps you to track your number of MC cleared and also your cap goal. There are a set of dedicated message for your milestone in your cap goal journey. Here are just one of our dedicated exit message. At the top right, there's a settings button which allows you to alter your cap goal and the number of MCs you plan to take. For example, I put 160 and the invalid cap of 7 will be, there will be a warning us that our input is invalid. As well, let's say if I put 0 and 4.5, they will tell us that the total number of MCs is invalid as well. So let's say for example, I'll just put like this, and we can see that the numbers has changed. The records page allows you to track your modules taken and their grades over the semester. As of now, only courses in the SOC have their modules preloaded. Students in other courses can manually add in their own type. In this page, let us look at the foundation tab. We have a fraction which represents the number of MCs taken over the total number of MCs required for graduation, as well as display cap here. On the top right hand corner, you can toggle between the number of MCs taken and the number of modules taken accordingly. Here, you can see that the thing has changed. In the full view, users are also allowed to toggle between type, code, and level. For example, let me go to full view. You're able to toggle between the type, code, and level. Also, notice you can show taken only, or you can show all. Users are also allowed to edit current types data, while the code and level will be automatically added based on what has been taken during the submission of grades in the planner. They can choose to change the number of MCs or change the number required of any type too. For example, let me click here. You can change the MC required and the number required too. The bottom left serves to indicate whether the current type are enough to complete the minimum number of MCs required to graduate for this student. Number required can be left empty if there is not a fixed number of modules to be completed for this type, which is this one. It can be left empty if you want. At the bottom of the screen, there's a app type feature where users can add a new type of category if they find that their type is missing. For example, let me just put a type, but let me press the confirm button here. There'll be a check to tell you to enter a text and a valid number. So let me just put demo 1. There are checks on the numbers also, as you can see. You have to fill in within the specific amount. Similarly as before, number of modules that is needed to clear is optional here. You can choose to fill in or don't fill in. So let's put a rough example here. Let me scroll it to the end. As you can see, it's newly added here. You may notice that that the MC's plan has increased here as well. And also, for this newly added type, there's a delete function here. But this is only for the newly added types. This is because we do not foresee that users need to delete any preloaded types. So let me just press delete, for example, for you to see. Let me go back. For this example, let me click into the math and science. Notice that there are currently 4 MCs left to plan for this type. This is because the last module is not fixed and hence it's not preloaded. In this case, you might need to take a module that is being listed in the NUS website, of course. Feel free to edit or edit and delete any before submitting their grades into the planner. For example, in this demo, I'll press the edit function. Let's say if I want to add in a module, I'll say, let me add in MA2104 into this plan. Here we can see that the number of MCs left to plan will become 0. And let me press save. To get the best experience, it is recommended to enter the records page first to resolve any deviation before using the planner itself, such as variations of the modules such as CS1010s that we know. Through the focus area page, the focus area allows you to track your progress in each focus area. For example, we can see in this data here. There are three types of view: prerequisites, primaries, and elective. There's three. Let's just toggle them a bit for you to see. And go to prerequisites. Prerequisites help you to choose your focus area, while the other two help you to track your progress in the focus area. Similarly to the records page, users can edit the allocations of primaries and electives required for each focus area, which is this button, and the UI is similar to the records page as well. This is useful to ensure that you have successfully completed whichever focus area you would like to go for. Now let us click into one of the CS focus area, algorithms and theory. Here our prerequisites shown are based on the primary modules, in this case algorithm and theory. And the primaries and electives for the focus area are shown as well. Needless to say, you need not complete all the primaries or electives as shown in this list, as these are just showing all the possible primaries and electives that you could take. You are also able to edit some of the prerequisites in the event of inaccuracy or a different variation of a module taken. For example, here, let's say if you don't take CS2040, you can just delete it and put like CS2040 instead. It is also similarly to the records page. It is recommended to enter the focus area page first, ensure that there are no deviations before using the planner. We have provided an easy access to the module search through the fourth navigation tab. This module search has much more details than the other module search that we have seen in the planner, providing statistics like semester, which the module is being offered, workload, SU availability, number of MCs, and many others. This module search also saves your searches such that you can jump back to where you left off. For example, if I click this, let's say if I have to click profile by accident and then go back to the module, the search is being saved there. Similarly, there's a filter function here which you can use, where you can see more, and the thing is still updated in real time as well. So let me click into CS2040S. By clicking into the module, we will see the full module summary, preclusion, prerequisites of the module. Furthermore, you can click onto the button below to view the module on NUS mods to see other information like timetable. But yeah, I'll go back into my app. As a first-time user, we do not have our email verified. Therefore, we have to go through this mini tutorial. If we do not have our email verified, we will be still treated as a new user and will be required to go through this mini tutorial again. Going through this mini tutorial will teach you how to use the primary navigation and tabs in our app. For example, we press next. This is where you select your favorite plans. This is where you view your progress. This is where you can create and view all your plans. This is where you view your module statistics. This is where you can view your focus area. This is where you can search for information on each module. And lastly, this is where you can edit your profile as well as view some pro tips. And this is recommended for us to view. Next, we'll go and verify our email. We'll click on the profile tab, and here there's an exclamation mark. We click into the email tab and we click verify email. Once we click verify email, we'll be forced to log out of the app to verify our email. Confirm, and we'll be. Now we are back on the app. Observe that the red exclamation mark has disappeared, and the email is ModuleFuture2019@gmail.com. Moving on, we're able to change our graduation semester smoothly by toggling each semester. We'll go here. And note that this change will be reflected in our home page. When we go here, we realize that there'll be Year 5 Sem 2 available here. Also, in the profile page, there's a pro tip tutorial which will teach you how to use this app. When you click to it, there'll be a few of this. For example, let's see the focus area. When we click, in this place, you can either use the button to navigate, or you can just swipe to move between the tabs. Lastly, there is a section where it gives you more details about the app as well as the developers, which is here. There's a term and condition as well. And for our app, users will stay permanently logged in until they decide to log out via this logout button below.